So let's get this update. No, this is not an update. This is a new products video, isn't it? Right. So new products. I don't know if I'm going to release this before the soap video today, which is tomorrow because today's Sunday and you'll see this on Monday. If I don't release this before the soap video, then you probably know what I'm talking about. If I release this before the soap video, you'll be like, what the hell is she talking about? I have made these things. And you're like, what the bloody hell is that? These are very, very thin. You can see they're very thin. These are for making soap sprinkles. You know how I love a sprinkle? And I just happen to have these here, funnily enough. You know how I like to use food sprinkles on my soap? A lot of people don't like that. They, for some reason or another, they're just sugar, they melt. But while your soap is out curing, if you have problems with mice or cockroaches or ants or anything, you can have a problem when your soap is out curing. Because, you know, cockies will eat freaking anything. And not all people who have cockroaches are dirty people, because a lot of people, like further up in Queensland, just have problems with cockroaches constantly. So I have problems with ants. Now I have ants in the printer room where there's never been food, and in the craft room where there's never been food. So yes, so pests are never indicative of someone's cleanliness. So if people have cockroaches, I am definitely not judging. But anyway, I digress because this is what I do. I have made it, and I didn't bring them in with me, but I will in a second. I have made it so that you can make cockroach-friendly sprinkles. That is not what my tagline is going to be for selling. Or cockroach-unfriendly, I would think it would probably be. Yes, so the video that I release, I will link it. If I release this one second, I will link it. If not, it'll be the soap making video that got released the week of the 19th of April 2021. So the premise is you have this, you lay it on your baking paper, and then you get your spatula and you wipe it up the side of your soap batter and get some soap batter on your spatula, and then you just sort of put it on and it fills this up, and then you just leave that and come back the next day, peel the baking paper. Wow, camera turns on, brain turns off. And then you either leave them to cure for a bit longer, or you can pop them out. I found I went back down because I couldn't wait. I did 2 sheets in the afternoon, and I came back the next morning at 7 o'clock and they popped out. No sweat. So I do also have a fairly hard recipe. If you're going to use a recipe that's like 80% soft oils, this is not going to work for you. Your soap needs to be thick enough that it sits in this and doesn't flow out of the bottom, but thin enough that it fills all the edges. Now, I found that I could pour the batter on and it wasn't coming out from underneath, but it wasn't like super liquidy. That video will be the best way to show you guys how to use them for now. I have plans tomorrow, hopefully, to go downstairs and make a video specifically just on using these and nothing else. So, but anyway, these are the ones that I have so far. Now I have a lot more of these to make yet, but these ones take about 5 hours to print. These ones take about 8 hours to print. So I haven't had time to print any more before I wanted to release these. Plus I still have to take all the promo photos and make a category on the website. You do all that stuff. So anyway, so this is flowers, either 1 or 4. I don't know. There is another flower. I will show you that. But this is just a very, as you can see, very basic, just a pretty flower. Every one that I have made comes in this size and this size, and this is small, this is medium. I am going to make a bigger one as well, because I figured that if I did a bigger one as well, which will probably be twice the size because these are half the size of these ones, you could paint it with mica and alcohol, maybe shape them a little bit like you would with soap dough, depending on when you pop them out of this whether or not they're still pliable. All right, so we have flour. We have the cutest unicorn heads ever. As you can see, they are half the size. So I'm just trying to get a bit of light in behind there for you. So that's those. We also have, of course, mermaid tails. So as you can see, again, like I would just keep saying, everything is half the size, and I will make a twice the size of this as well. And then we have the tiniest, littlest, cutest little, whatever they're called, cacti that you have ever seen. Look at how cute they are. They're so cute. They're so little. I'm unsure of this one at this point. This one also needs a bit of a clean up because this was very stringy. When you hear anyone say that a 3D print is stringy, what it means is filament is hygroscopic, so it attracts moisture. So when your roll sits on the back of your printer, if it's a bit muggy, usually it's going to be reasonably fairly high humidity, but it can draw in moisture, and then it will, as it's printing, it gets these things that look like spider webs almost, and it's what we call stringy. And this has a lot of little strings in it, which a lot of your prints do when you order things from me. I just generally clean them up before they come to you. Sometimes I miss some, but I generally like to get them done. All right, this is Bunny Rabbit 1, I think. I have another Bunny Rabbit as well, but I haven't printed it out yet. So you can see, I'm just not going to say it because you know what I'm going to say. And we have a crescent moon. And that, now the other good thing about these two is the filament that I use is food safe. So if you want to use these with royal icing or something that would set that's food that you could use however you make sugar sprinkles, maybe, I don't know. But you could use that to do this for food as well because it's food safe. And the filament and my nozzles never touch anything that isn't food safe. Except me. I'm pretty sure I'm food safe. Oh yeah, so crescent moons. And then we have hexagons, because we have to have hexagons, because you have to have hexagons. Whoop, no, that's 3. Triangles. I actually love how the small triangles look. I don't know why. I do like chevrons, so I guess that's probably why I like that, but it just kind of looks like a knitted jumper or something. I don't know. That one does not so much, but the red one does. Triangles. Then we have circles, the 2 sizes. And we have squares, like that. And then this is the one that Keely is the most excited about. And are we surprised? It's bloody stars, because she loves stars. So as you can see, the stars are very, even the little ones, you can see that their points are very pointy, sharp. So this one, this is what it is, I'm pretty sure. I showed Keely a photo. It might have been this one, I'm not sure, but I think she called them safety stars because they don't have any points. That's the one. It's a flower. So this is the other flower, and this is modelled on Sakura, which is the Japanese cherry blossom. As you can see, it's got the sort of the more detailed petal, and the smaller one, which doesn't obviously have as much detail as you can see because it's smaller, but it has a different shape. let me get it back out again. It does have a different, kind of have a different shape to that one. So, and then last but not least, which is the one that you guys will actually see me use, which started all of this, which is the clouds and lightning bolts. Now, I have not done smaller clouds, and I will not do smaller lightning bolts, but I will do smaller clouds at some point. But the lightning bolts came out no problem. I'll go and get them in a second and I'll show you. But where the point of the lightning bolt is, I had to just get the tip of the knife and just sort of just help them pop out. They came out quite easily. I just sort of just pushed my thumb sort of up against it and they popped out. But it just, that sharp point needed just a little bit of help. I think like a toothpick probably, or, you know, something along the lines of a toothpick would, yeah, just a toothpick then, fine, whatever, would just enough just help push it out of there. But yeah, like I said, I'll definitely do smaller clouds. All right, well, I'm going to turn this off. I'll go get the ones that I've actually made, and then I'll bring them back and show you. There we go, that's better. I keep waiting for the cord to get in the way. So these are the round ones. Now there's my hand, so you get some sort of reference to the size of them. Now that is the largest size of the circle. So the other ones will be half that size. These are the clouds, which are so cute. And there are the little lightning bolts, which, see how they're very, very sharp. All the corners are all intact. None of them are sort of, they don't look wrong. Now, the other thing I was thinking too, if you wanted to really jazz these up, you could put them in a plastic bag and chuck in some mica or some glitter and shake it, and it would stick to them, I reckon. But these are my spare bits here, which will go in the bin. But yeah, so you can see they're sort of like they're not delicate anymore. I don't know where I am. Where am I? There we are. They're not delicate anymore. Like, it would break if I mucked around with it too hard. But, you know, they're not sort of, they're not delicate now that they've had a couple of days to cure. And I've noticed that they're not sticky. They're not, you know, they're really good. I'm really, really, really pleased with this. So you can expect to see a lot of sprinkles in my videos from now on, because I have now decided all those ones that I just showed you, let me just put that there. So these are all the ones that I have made that I just showed you so far. So I'm going to take these down to the soap room with me, and then every time I make a soap, I'm going to scrape into these ones so that I'm always making soap sprinkles. So I've always got soap sprinkles, and I'll always have different coloured soap sprinkles. But yes, I may just go down tomorrow and just make soap sprinkles and show you how to do it, because it's not going to require any sort of special recipe other than, you know, Castile is, you're not going to be, if it doesn't go at least to like a medium trace at some point, then you're not going to be able to use it. Something that only just emulsifies and gets to a very light trace is just going to pour out the bottom of them. So, you know, that's not going to work. So if you have like a really, really soft recipe, or you only use Castile recipe, then these are not for you. Just to be honest and make you aware of that right now. So, all right, well, I'm going to leave that at that, because I don't think that's an overly long video. And I don't want to start waffling. But I hope you like these. I'm super excited about these. I actually have a couple of ideas that I'm going to shoot through to someone about these and see what they have to say. And yeah, and that's it. So thank you for being here for this new product. I hope you like. And if you have any idea for shapes, let me know. I've probably already got them written down, but you never know. I may not, and it may be a really good idea, and if so, I will make it. Alright guys, Where's the camera? It's just there. Right, bye.